Thank you for using the Clear T. Carnegie Library's tutorial on scholarly journals and popular magazines. This tutorial is designed to help you identify scholarly journals in the humanities and social sciences and to understand how scholarly periodicals differ from popular magazines. This table highlights several distinguishing characteristics of popular and scholarly periodicals. We will explore each characteristic in depth over the next few slides. Scholarly and popular periodicals serve different purposes. Scholarly publications serve as a record of discipline-specific knowledge and as a means of sharing ideas and findings. Conversely, magazines provide information to a general audience for purposes such as news reporting and entertainment. Audience refers to the group of people that a publication targets. Articles in scholarly publications focus on a very specific population, typically faculty, students, and other experts in a particular field. As a result, they generally use discipline-specific jargon and contain in-depth articles on narrowly defined topics. On the other hand, magazines are written for the general public. Even if a magazine targets people with common interests, as is the case with titles such as Runner's World and Popular Science, the magazine articles remain accessible to the general public. You don't need an educational background or in-depth expertise to understand what is written. There is a difference between who writes magazine and scholarly journal articles. Magazine articles are written by professional journalists employed by and paid by the publication. They work for the magazine. Scholarly journals do not have paid journalists. The journals get articles by submitting what is referred to as a call for papers to experts in a particular field. In the humanities and social sciences, these experts are often university faculty. These faculty, who are already doing research as part of their university job, use these scholarly publications as a venue to publish and share ideas and research findings. They are not paid by the journals to publish. So how do you know whether the author is a faculty member or a journalist? Scholarly publications show the author's organizational affiliation. In this example, we see that the article was written by Shannon Jenkins of the University of Massachusetts, Dartmouth. As with this article, many journals publish the author's organizational information next to the author's name. Other journals publish organizational affiliations at the bottom of the first page or at the end of the article. In an online environment where clues such as glossy paper and advertising are missing, you will need to pay particular attention to the author of the article as well as the article's content. Here are a few examples of how the content differs between scholarly journals and popular magazines. One of the most important distinctions between scholarly and popular sources is the process an article must undergo before publication. Unlike magazines, which only have editors to review articles, most scholarly journals require that articles be peer-reviewed. Here's how the peer review process works. An expert in a particular field, perhaps a faculty member, may conduct research or explore a theoretical or philosophical concept. He or she may then write about his or her research and findings in the form of an article. If the author wants the article to be published in a peer-reviewed journal, he or she will submit the article to the journal, which will pass the article along to experts recruited by the journal. So if a professor of sociology is publishing an article in the field, it is likely that other faculty with doctoral degrees in sociology will review the article. The reviewers will examine the methodology and findings, determine whether the article contributes to the body of literature on the topic, etc. After this review, these experts will likely make recommendations for revisions. the author will need to address these recommendations and will likely resubmit the article for publication. It is important to note that the more rigorous scholarly publications require a double-blind peer review process. This means that the researcher doesn't know who's reviewing the article, and the reviewers don't know the identity of the author. If all goes well, the article will be accepted for publication. This concludes the tutorial on scholarly journals and popular magazines.